Hello and welcome to our last essay assignment for English 101, the Essay 3 research paper. This research paper will include two components, an annotated bibliography, where we will identify possible sources for inclusion in our paper, and the actual research paper itself, where we will take that information from those sources to construct our paper draft. First, let's take a look at our annotated bibliography assignment. What is an annotated bibliography? To annotate means to add notes to something to provide explanation or comment, while a bibliography is a list of the sources used in a scholarly paper or research project. When we construct an annotated bibliography, we are taking notes on the sources we may use in a future paper or research project, which can help us to determine if our sources are scholarly and even if we need to locate additional sources. Evaluating sources in this manner also helps us to better understand our overall topic and to see how we might piece together the information from all of our sources to produce the best possible draft of our research paper. For this assignment, your annotated bibliography should include 5 entries that evaluate 5 different sources. Each entry should begin with an APA-style citation, followed by a 3 to 4 sentence summary of what the source is about, and a 1 to 2 sentence summary of how you can use the source within your paper. You are also welcome to track things like keywords or search terms if you would like. Keeping track of any keywords or search terms associated with your source can be helpful if you need to do additional sources later on. Remember, you will need at least 4 sources for your research paper, and 3 of those sources should be print sources, like books or scholarly journal articles. To begin working on your annotated bibliography, I recommend brainstorming a topic or possible topics that you are interested in. We will talk a little bit more about this later on in this lecture. Then, please try to locate sources that address a range of information on that topic. For example, if we were researching breast cancer, we would look for 5 sources that focus on 5 different areas of breast cancer, as opposed to 5 sources that generally say the same thing or provide a broad overview. Locating a variety of credible sources will make it easier to begin piecing together your research paper draft later on. Now let's take a look at an opportunity to earn some extra credit on your annotated bibliography. When researching a particular topic, one key strategy for finding relevant sources is to select one excellent source and look at the reference page for that source as a way of finding additional sources. To earn extra credit in your annotated bibliography, please locate one useful source on your research topic. You can include this source in your annotated bibliography as a separate entry. Once you're finished consulting that source, turn to that source's references page, and from that reference page, select an additional source. Use the publication information from that reference page to locate that source online or in the online library, and create an additional entry in your annotated bibliography around that source. Within this entry, please include an APA-style citation for the source, followed by a 3 to 4 sentence summary of what the source is about, a 1 to 2 sentence summary of how you can use it in your paper, and a sentence explaining where and how you located this second source in the reference page of your previous source. The sources that we evaluate in our annotated bibliography should give us an understanding of the kinds of information and sources we want to include in our Essay 3 research paper. While you are not required to use all of the sources from your annotated bibliography within your research paper, evaluating your sources in this manner is helpful for identifying scholarly, credible information and ensuring that you have enough information from enough different sources to fulfill the requirements of this assignment. Once we have selected sources and evaluated them in our annotated bibliography, we'll use the information from those sources to construct our research paper. Your paper should be informative, but you want to go beyond merely addressing what is blank, like what is breast cancer, and really present your reader with an interesting perspective on the topic. Please try to give them something to think about. Now let's talk a little bit about the requirements for this assignment, or things that you should keep in mind as you start thinking about this paper. Our research paper should be formatted in APA style, which means we will want to include an APA style title page, references page, and parenthetical citations. We will talk a little bit more about constructing a references page and compiling parenthetical citations in our upcoming modules, but please keep in mind the APA title page template provided in Module 1 as you get started with your research paper. Otherwise, please make sure that your research paper includes 5 full pages of written content based on your research. This 5-page requirement does not include your title page or references page, so your final paper should be at least 7 pages in length. Please also make sure to use a minimum of 4 sources. You may use additional sources in your paper, but please include 3 print sources, such as books or ebooks, and scholarly journal articles. Lastly, please make sure to focus your research paper on a topic of your choosing. A note about print sources. Books and scholarly journal articles are often considered some of the most stable sources we can use in a research project. This is because books and scholarly journal articles undergo a lengthy publication timeline during which the information included within those publications is reviewed by multiple experts in the field. Now, many libraries include electronic books and digital PDF scans of scholarly journal articles, which makes it even easier to access quality print sources. When including print sources in your SA3 research paper and annotated bibliography, ebooks and digital copies or PDFs of scholarly journal articles are okay. As students enrolled in a healthcare-focused college, there is likely some aspect of health or healthcare that drew you to this field. Your SA3 research paper is a great place to explore one of those interests. Some possible topic suggestions for your SA3 research paper include a disease, disorder, or illness that you would like to learn more about. For example, Alzheimer's disease, schizophrenia, body dysmorphia. You could also focus on a medical procedure, technique, or theory that you would like to learn more about. For instance, a new cancer treatment, a new nursing theory. Or you could look at a general field of nursing or healthcare that you would like to learn more about. For example, if you know that you want to work in obstetrics or oncology, you might focus on that field for your research paper. Other topic ideas are welcome. If you have something that falls outside of the topics listed on this slide, please feel free to send me an email to make sure it will be a good topic for pursuing for your research paper. As we look ahead at our upcoming coursework, please try to keep the following things in mind. Our assignments and activities in modules 10 through 15 focus on the exploration of research-based writings and techniques that you can use to construct your SA3 research paper. Please keep an eye out for the annotated bibliography template that is provided in Module 12 for assistance with formatting and constructing your annotated bibliography. As always, if you have any additional questions or you'd like to discuss possible topics for your research paper, please feel free to reach out by email.